Well, a very good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to E Squared with Emily Maxim and
Elena Wharton.
We have such an amazing show for you today.
Yes.
And for such a special show, we should have a special Big Time Rush song of the week.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. This song became one of my favorites after the Can't Get Enough tour. One of the songs that literally made me start tearing up at my seat.
Oh, same.
Yes, and I think you all will love this. We're going to play Invisible by Big Time Rush. And that was Invisible by Big Time Rush.
Welcome to this week's E Squared, everyone.
Welcome.
Welcome. We have an amazing show for you today. Oh my gosh. So buckle up, because later on in the show, we are going to have Stephen Kramer Glickman on the phone with us. Oh my gosh.
I am not okay from this.
I am so excited, and I know all you listeners out there are probably super excited. If you don't know who Stephen Kramer Glickman is, you probably do, so we'll remind you. He played Gustavo Rocque on Big Time Rush.
He was the guy that liked to say, dogs!
Dogs! I'm amazing! Oh my gosh.
It does not feel real right now. He's going to come on the show with us. He's going to tell we have a huge surprise for you all.
Yes, but unfortunately you're going to have to wait for it, because we have some updates for you. We want to tell you how our first week of school went.
Yes.
Let's give him a little summary. Emily, how was your first week of school?
I feel like it doesn't, I don't know, it feels so, it feels like it's been going on for a while, but also not.
No, I noticed that as soon as we got back to school, it was almost like it felt like no time had passed.
I know.
It was almost right back into it.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I mean, I knew it was going to be a really stressful semester because, as I mentioned last show, for senior field with social work, you have to do split between 2 semesters, 450 hours. I love
my
life.
Gosh.
Yes. So
450?
Yeah, so 225 this semester, and then for next semester as well.
We need to find out how many days that equates to. How many days worth of interning, based on hours. Oh my gosh, that is so wow.
Yeah, what I'm doing now is I go 3 days a week at my agency, and it gets a little stressful when I have to, which it's good that I live locally, the agency's in the same town as me, and then Monmouth for me is 10 minutes away, but it's just I'll leave for my agency, drive home, change, and fun fact, last show I didn't have time to change, so I was in my internship outfit, but I'll drive home, change, get my bag for if I have classes or E Squared, and then most of the time then I'll have class, but then sometimes say if I have a break, because I'll have pep band at 7 o'clock, so then I'll drive home, eat dinner, and then drive back again, and
my gosh.
It's a lot of driving, but I mean it's not bad. I mean, one thing that has been a saving grace is that some of my friends that go here and I we have this group chat, and I can't believe I didn't think about this sooner, but what we do is that we we talk, we're all friends and stuff, but then we'll say oh yeah, free food at Bay Hall or free food at Woods.
Oh my gosh.
So
everyone's on the lookout for the free food.
It really helps out. Yeah, because I don't like spending money on food a lot. I would rather spend money on food once or twice a week, and then because I like bringing I usually bring a sandwich or something. So if there's free food, okay, maybe I'll have my sandwich, but then maybe I'll have it as an early dinner or something.
Yeah.
So
you got to stay flexible, especially just getting used to things. I literally had someone ask me today, what's your schedule on this day? And I'm and this day was Monday, and Monday was yesterday, and I couldn't remember what I did yesterday because I'm just so all over the place.
Yeah.
I literally, I just totally blanked out because I'm just I'm really trying to get back into the groove of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a lot the first week. Do you have any homework yet? I know my workload has been pretty light so far.
It's light right now, but the thing is that I've been trying to keep up, which I do. It's just like one of my classes, I thought I had like 7 chapters of reading to do by Monday.
Whoa.
But I messed because it said it on the syllabus. And so I stayed up till like after 12 on Sunday, like reading all the chapters. So like it was like 12 a.m. and then I get up at like 5:30 to like shower and get ready for my internship.
Yeah.
And then I go to my class and they're like, no, you only had to read the chapters that, because like we already have like a group like project thingy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no, it's just for the for the chapters you're reading.
Oh my gosh.
So like I've been keeping up. It's just like
Yeah.
I know like some classes are definitely like a huge workload. Like besides the internship, like I have a research-based social work class. So like she says like, you know, like make sure you don't, you know, procrastinate, which is kind of difficult because like that's because like I will have moments where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like, you know, do a lot of work, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it.
Oh, I totally feel that. I know for me right now, like, because I don't have that much homework yet, I'm just kind of like sitting at home, and I have like little things that I can do. So I'm just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, let me just get as much done as possible.
Yeah.
So that when the actual homework starts coming in, like I'm not already drowning in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to stay on top of as much as I can, even if it's just little stuff, because I really don't want to fall behind this semester.
No, yeah, same. And like right now it's like a lot of like, I guess, reading. I mean, like a couple of my classes, they have a thing where they just have like chapter reading, and then they'll have like a weekly quiz or something for the reading. But I think I have one tomorrow, so like I'm gonna read the chapters tonight. It's just like I fell a lot behind because of Sunday night, but right now I'm keeping up. Like I usually
That's good.
like I don't like say if I accidentally turned in something late, I would start like immediately crying. That's what happened. That's what happened last semester with one of my like smaller assignments. I thought it was due a certain day, and it said 2 days late, and then my mom called me down for dinner. And she's like, what's wrong, Emily? And I'm like, I turned in something 2 days late.
Aww.
I mean, I still got like an A for that class, but still, I was not okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know that I love staying on top of my assignments. I don't like turning in things late at all. But even in the instance that like I do turn in something late, like, you know, maybe I'm busy, I have a million things going on. Like, I mean, I don't make a habit of turning things late, obviously, but in the event that I do turn things in late, it doesn't affect me as much as probably most people, because when I was in high school, I took a lot of honors classes.
Smarty.
And oh gosh, well thanks. Definitely starting out, getting used to the honors workload was so difficult, and there were some teachers who were very lenient about work and stuff, or especially if you were doing a musical, like I know during Tech Week, like no one would ever get their homework done, you know, so the fact of like turning things in late, sometimes you just had to do it. I mean, I didn't do it a lot in high school. I'm a goody two shoes. I like to do my work and turn things in on time, but just because sometimes life happens, and you know, sometimes you have to give students a break. And what I love about college is that sometimes professors, they really are very forgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe in high school people were a little less forgiving, actually.
That's the thing. Like, as soon as I got to, I mean, I know when I started Brookdale, like, it was all online because of COVID. But when I first asked for like an extension, I don't know if it was like the fall semester or the spring semester, but I was so afraid to ask for it.
Yeah.
Because like in high school, they would say like, oh yeah, like if you don't turn in this day, it's a 0. Like no matter what. Like.
Yep.
And so that would always scare me, because I'm like, you know, like as we both said, we don't like to turn in things late.
Mm-mm.
And I was just like, I'm like, they're gonna say no, they're not gonna like accept it, But as soon as they said yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. Because like, because sometimes like I would really need it. Like, my last semester at Brookdale, like the spring 2022, that semester killed me.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it was a lot of work, and I think because of that, like, because like it was like the type of workload, like every single night I would be crying my eyes out. Like, I was just like, I can't do it, and I think because of that, I'm like, not to sound like, you know, like all that, because like I don't like talking like that. I was just like, oh yeah, that was such a busy semester that I'm like, oh, I could probably get through anything. So yeah. But yeah, it's just like, so that's why I know it's gonna be like a rough semester, just like, you know, driving back and forth, like I said. You know, like trying to like manage time for that, like, you know, like my personal life and all that. That it's just like I just worry about not having time to do anything. But yeah, I mean, I know it's just like, you know, in a way it was still syllabus week, so
Yes, yeah, it's still the first week. We're still getting used to everything, and I already feel better going into this week, like being used to how my classes fall and everything.
Yeah.
One other thing that happened during the first week, we went to a pretty fun event, didn't we?
Yes, we went to it was like the Blue Hawk Records Campfire Jam.
Yes.
I was so mad because I think you had it too. Elena and I had a class right at like 6 o'clock when it starts, so we both got there late, and they had s'mores and stuff, but they ran out of sticks, so like I had a raw marshmallow, which was fine because I'm not gonna complain, you know.
Literally, I love s'mores so much. So when we showed up, I went up to the table, and they had run out of sticks for roasting marshmallows. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let this stop me from having a s'more. So you know what I did? I took the graham crackers, I took the chocolate, I took a marshmallow,
s'mores.
Raw s'mores. I stuck it all together, and it really didn't work out well at all.
I saw you eating. It was almost like you were like eating a sandwich.
It was like, yeah, because the marshmallow was like so huge.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it didn't compact itself. It was so crumbly. Like I took one bite of it, and then all the graham cracker on top just like totally fell apart. And I'm like, no, I'm like catching it with my hands, and I'm like, this, you know what? It's better than nothing.
I didn't mind it because like I'm that one person at a like campfire or whatever like that likes to burn their marshmallows. So if anybody,
oh yes, I've seen you burn your marshmallows.
Because I like it like that. I like how it tastes burnt. And
yeah.
I just because like I knew if I did it like that, people would be like, why? But one thing I liked about that was that like some musicians that were there were on the show before. Like like we had Jade, we had White Wing.
Yes.
And then we had, I think we missed it, Olivia Melfi and Max. Yeah. So a lot of people that we've had on the show were performing on there. So like actually knowing, because of the show, and like knowing who was performing, and like knowing, I'm like, oh my god, my friends are performing.
Yes. Like, and then when Jade went to perform Sleepless, we were like, she did this on the show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then when White Wing did It Won't Be Long, we were just like the two people like just screaming when he said White Wing. I mean, It Won't Be Long.
Yes, because I had a feeling they were going to save that for last.
Yeah.
That's like the fan favorite.
It's so good.
It's so good, and it's unreleased.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to be on Spotify. I know I'm going to stream it like over and over again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I remember we went to a White Wing show together.
Yes, we did.
And when they said they were doing that song, like same thing. We were just freaking out. It's so good.
They were playing at a bar, and like it's funny because like Elena and I don't really drink.
So we're walking in, and we're just like, hey, this environment is new.
Yeah.
That was really fun though. I'm so glad we got to support them there. That was great.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully later on in the semester we can get some more musical acts in here. Oh my gosh, I know we've been talking to some people already.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get some of that going.
Yeah, I'm really excited to like have more guests on the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Well, would you like to break for some music, Emily?
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. This computer.
Oh my gosh, do you need assistance?
How do you work? Okay, I never had a MacBook before, so
I know,
I feel very honored. I'll go ahead. What were you going to
I was going to explain that like my computer is plugged in because we're using my Spotify. So yes, take your time. Take your time. Here, I'll vamp a bit. But yeah, if you're just joining us, hi, you're listening to E Squared. We're taking a break for some music right now, but very soon we're going to be on the phone with Stephen Kramer Glickman, who played Gustavo Rocque on Big Time Rush.
Yes, I found a song.
Good, great.
Okay, I figured out technology. Okay, so we're going to take a break. We're going to play Brian Storm by Arctic Monkeys. And that was Brian Storm by Arctic Monkeys.
Wow, that was pretty hardcore. That was a fun song.
I love them so much. Like I love that they have different types of sounding music. Like they'll have like their new album. I can't remember the name right now. I think it's called The Car. They have like some 70s sounding songs, but then like their older songs like sound like that, like the very hardcore, very metal, like not metal, but like very fast. I can't think of the right word right now, but yeah.
That was fun. All right, so this next song we have for you, this one's very special to me. I love this song a lot. This is Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. And that was Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. Yeah, I didn't even notice that we've played that song on this show before.
And that's an unwritten rule where we don't play a song
I know.
more than once.
Oh my gosh, the first E squared repeat. Oh my goodness. Which means I guess that we could repeat other songs.
Yeah, because yeah,
could.
it's been a semester. It's been like a whole year since we played some songs. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we it's fine to repeat some, because I know you were looking on our list. You're like, it's not on the list. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you mean it's not on the list?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that we've done it before, but that's all right. Have you ever seen the Lizzie McGuire movie?
Huh?
I know that seems totally unrelated, but like in that they talk about like outfit repeaters. Like, you're an outfit repeater. We're song repeaters.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's okay because it's a great song.
Yes. We're going to play one more song for you before we get on the phone with Stephen Kramer Glickman. And so yeah, we're really excited for that. But right now we're going to play The Sound by the 1975. And that was The Sound by 1975.
Welcome back to E Squared, everyone. We are so happy to have you here. And it's the moment you all have been waiting for. We have a very special guest with us here in the studio. Well, not in the studio in person, but we have him on the phone with us. It is Stephen Kramer Glickman. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, everybody. It's Gustavo from the TV show Big Time Rush.
Oh
How
my
are ya?
We're so
great.
Good. How are you?
I'm so excited to be on the air with you guys. This is very exciting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, one of the reasons that we have you here is that something very important is happening that no one knows about yet.
A big surprise?
A big time surprise.
A big time surprise.
Yeah. So we're gonna reveal the big news. So you are going to be here at Monmouth University, aren't you?
That's right. You better believe it. I am very, very excited to say that I'm doing an evening with Stephen Kramer Glickman at Monmouth University, which is my touring show that I've been doing. It's basically me at a piano with some other musicians, and I'll be telling funny stories and regaling everyone with my ridiculous stories about my life and my career, and then accompanying that with some songs, some nostalgia. So it's a lot of good stuff. It's gonna be great.
That is so exciting, and you're gonna be here September 22nd, correct?
That is correct. I fly on the 21st and drive on down from Newark with my guitarist, and then we'll be there for the show on the 22nd. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, we can't wait to have you on campus.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
gonna be so much fun. Like the theater, that theater is so gorgeous, and
yes.
I've been following the two of you for quite a while on TikTok, checking out the I got tagged in a bunch of videos. I remember of like different Big Time Rush songs that were playing, and I was like, what is happening here? Is there a Big Time Rush like radio station? Like
maybe
the world?
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
It's so
I love
great.
it.
Yeah, that's our little bit that we've been doing since day one. Big Time Rush Song of the Week.
Wow. You know what? So last night, my guitarist came over and we sat at the piano and we were like kind of going through Big Time Rush songs, trying to figure out, because I always want to do, at least one Big Time Rush song during this show.
Oh yeah.
And so last night we did We Are,
oh my
which
gosh.
was like the final song, final episode. And it's so funny because all these years later, it still hits like an emotional note with me every time. Like there's just so much good stuff. And I don't know if that's the right one to do for the show, but it It could be like we're trying to decide which is our favorite. Which one's your favorite?
Oh gosh.
Oh, I love Worldwide.
Oh yeah, Worldwide is such a classic too.
My new favorite one is Invisible.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? You know which one is like a favorite that I like? I've never heard it and been like I've never not loved it. Was Count on You, the one they did with Jordan Sparks?
Oh,
Yes.
that one's so good.
Mm-hmm. That's a solid song. That's a very good song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we always do something like that, but then, like, we'll do some stuff that's nostalgic for me.
Mhm.
We'll do some stuff that's nostalgic for, like, your age group, like stuff that you guys grew up on.
Oh.
And then we'll do some, like, current stuff, some stuff that's, like, you know, that people wouldn't expect us to do. So it'll be really fun. You know, it's a blast putting on a show like this.
That's really awesome. And like we had one question because, well, especially as college students, like we're like 20 years old, like ranging in the 20s, like everybody knows who you are. Like anytime like we would say something, they'd be like, oh, because like when we were posting this, they were like, how did you guys get to Gustavo? We were wondering, like, would students be able to like say hi to you, have like a meet and greet? Like, how do you usually do you usually have something like that?
Yeah. I absolutely think there's going to be some kind of meet and greet. I think something that we've talked about is maybe like the first 100 students to get into the venue.
Mhm.
We'll do a meet and greet and like photos and stuff with them after. Something like that. Like we'll get it. We'll figure out a way to make sure that everybody gets a chance. I get a chance to meet everybody. Like, and then what I was kind of hoping, and I was going to ask the two of you if you're okay with it, is at the show, at the end of the show, we wanted to do like a Q&A with the audience, and I was kind of hoping then maybe the two of you would take microphones and like be out in the audience, and we can take some questions from everyone at the end, and you guys, you both can help us figure that out if that's something you're down to do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the question I always get: who's your favorite? That's one that always pops up. And there's always a couple of like tricky questions, but it's really fun. It's a blast, and it's a great chance to for me to kind of meet everybody too.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you happen to have like any fun stories from a previous college show that you've done?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm very excited about coming to New Jersey because like I lived in New York for a long time, and I've performed in New Jersey. I performed in Atlantic City when I was on tour with Jeff Ross, the roast master comedian. We did his comedy special there. When I worked on Shrek the Musical on Broadway, my makeup was done by Mike Marino, who his studio is in New Jersey. So like I love New Jersey, and I'm like excited to be there because it's also a place where they have more than one Arby's,
Yeah.
We have an Arby's pretty close.
There are college towns I've been to that are where, I mean, God bless these schools, but there are places I've been to where you get there and like there is nothing in the town.
Wow.
Like nothing. Literally like a cigarette factory is like the only thing in the town, and that's like kind of nerve-wracking. Like that's you're like, oh, okay. I went I'm trying to think of like good stories and not just me being mean.
Oh, no.
but like my favorite, like one of my favorite ones to do was James Madison University. That was in Virginia, and I drove down from DC to do this show at James Madison. It was about 9,000 students in the audience, and it was just this massive music concert show, and I hosted it, and it was super fun, and I got to sing and perform and also do a bunch of other fun stuff. So we had a blast, and that was really cool. And then there was like one school that I got to, and their what's that called? Like their mascot
Oh yeah,
was a grizzly bear.
Aww.
I love that.
And they had a grizzly bear on campus that was in a cage.
No.
The size, a live grizzly bear that was in a cage the size of like a Starbucks.
Oh,
what?
This grizzly bear was like 9 feet tall and with like claws. Each claw was like the size of my entire hand. Like it was just this massive, terrifying creature. And I was like, they were like, oh yeah, we just keep it in there. Like that's where the grizzly bear lives. And I was like, that grizzly bear wants to eat all of us. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Like if there's ever a story where you hear that a grizzly bear got loose on a college campus, like I sang there.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I've never heard anything like that before.
It's pretty amazing. Like some of the mascots are kind of amazing. What's the mascot for Monmouth? Do you know?
Yes, we have Shadow the Hawk.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Just in case, like, say, I know you said some schools, what they usually do is that, like, if the first 100 students come in, they can be able to meet you. For those that are not able to meet you, do you usually sell, like, any merchandise at your events?
Yeah, it's something that I'm trying to pull together to maybe do, like, some, to be able to, like, sign some photos afterwards or things like that. Yeah, dude, we're working on it. I'm working on it because it would be cool to be able to have, like, a little table set up and like sign some stuff after the show, but we'll figure it out one step at a time.
Yeah. No worries, because I would definitely be a person to buy something.
Me too.
I'm always a merch buyer.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
We did. I did pins at one point, but then we sold out of the pins, and then you try to reorder at timing, and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. Yeah, no, that could be really cool.
Yeah, that all sounds so awesome. I can't wait for all of this to happen. And for all of the listeners out there who might be on the fence about coming to your show, tell them why they should see you on the 22nd.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you come to the show, you're going to laugh. You're going to hear really funny stories and heartwarming stories about, all sorts of types of things. I mean, my show is like heartwarming and funny and inspirational, I guess, and you kind of get a chance to like not only just meet me, but also get to know me in a different way, which is really fun. Like that's a kind of a fun. You get to see like a different side of my stuff, of what I do.
Yeah. Oh, that is so exciting.
Like for example, like when Big Time Rush, when I got cast on that show, we started working on the show, and during the first week, there was a part where Gustavo sits down and he like plays this classical piece on the piano, and I was supposed to play, I'd sit down and play this piece. So I learned the piece. I learned the classical piece, and it came time to do that, and I sat down at the piano, and I go to hit the piano, and they had filled the piano with pillows because they had actually were going to have someone else play the piano, in post, like after the show was wrapped, after the episode was done. Wow. And I was like, no, you have to let me play the piano. I've been playing the piano since I was 2 years old. Like, you can't have someone else play for me. That's insane.
Exactly.
And they were like, well, we already have it. I go, look, I know the piece. I learned the piece. Please let me play it. And they were like, all right, fine. And they came in with different microphones, and they mic'd up the piano, and I sat down and I played the piece on the piano, and that's what ended up on the show. And then because of that, I got to play the piano on the show anytime there was going to be moments, and I ended up getting to join the musicians union because of it, and it was like super awesome for me. But if you never let people know that you can do stuff, if there's things that they're just not aware of, then people don't assume that you can do stuff that they don't know you can do. So it's fun to be able to like go on stage and tell stories about like my run-ins and stuff with like Paris Hilton and Elton John and Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight and Kanye, and the list goes on and on and on of all like the bizarre fun people I've had run-ins with over the years, and so being able to tell those stories, and then also being able to like perform some music too is just so much fun. It's way too much fun.
Well, that all sounds super, super cool, and I definitely am going to tell everyone that I see on campus that you're coming and that the show is going to be amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited for the 22nd. Like,
yeah.
I was already so nervous for this show knowing this was going to happen, but then the 22nd, I'm like, oh, I'm like so...
We're
it doesn't
ready.
feel real. Yeah, like...
Oh, I love that. That really makes me so happy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Great. That's going to be great.
Well, we want to thank you so much for coming on our show today and talking with us. We're so glad that this could have happened and that we made this huge announcement with you.
Yeah, this is going to be so exciting, and I am truly excited about being at the school and meeting you both in person and meeting everybody at the school. I'm like, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time.
Oh, we love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
You too. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Take good care, and we'll see you very shortly.
See you soon. Yes.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay,
bye. All right, folks. It just happened.
It happened.
Oh my gosh. Let me go run over to the other microphone.
Let me turn on the other microphone.
Wow.
I am not okay right now.
We hope you all enjoyed that as much as we did. That was incredible. Thank you so much to Stephen Kramer Glickman for having a conversation with us on the show today. We want to play one of his songs on Spotify because he has music on Spotify, and his voice is actually really, really good if you didn't know. He's a musician in addition to being Gustavo Rocque. He is many other things, and we can't wait to find out more about him. I discovered this song, and I loved his rendition of it. The song is called How to Save a Life, and he did the song with Kendall Schmidt on background vocals, and I just think it's a beautiful version of the song, and we're going to play it for you. Emily, are we good to play? I know we're both very shaken right now.
For the second time this show, I do not know how to work a MacBook, but I found it, so we're good.
Yay!
Like, I couldn't find the list, so that's why I was panicking. I was like, I can't find because we have our private list and then we have our public list for E squared, but I found it, so we're good. So yeah, as Elena said, we're gonna play How to Save a Life by Stephen Kramer Glickman and Kendall Schmidt.
And that was How to Save a Life by Stephen Kramer Glickman featuring Kendall Schmidt. Oh my gosh, what an amazing show we had today, Emily.
I'm not okay right now.
No, I'm not okay either. This is crazy.
Y'all heard it here first. Yes, Stephen Kramer Glickman is going to be at Monmouth University on Friday, September 22nd.
Yes.
Featuring it's like a mix of comedy, music. He said, like, it'll make you cry. Like,
it'll make you laugh.
Yes. We're going to be part of the Q&A.
Yes. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
I can't believe it. Oh gosh, this is going to be so exciting. Thank you all for listening today. Just a reminder, we're doing a little contest for you to win some merch. If you post that you're listening right now, tag us on your Instagram story. Take a little picture and tag us. You can start earning points towards winning a piece of E Squared merch. I know someone, or at least a few people, they racked up some points already because they posted their E Squared stickers,
yes.
Which that's another way you can earn points. But just a reminder for that. And also, one last thing that I want to throw in, Blue Hawk Records is having their auditions next week for their next compilation. I just wanted to plug that real quick. Check out their Instagram at Blue Hawk Records Official for all the information.
And just a little thing with the contest, like, say if you tag us and your account's private, we don't get a notification.
Oh, that's right.
So sometimes, like, I'll see, like, some of my friends post stickers on their Instagram, like, with my personal Instagram, like, I'll see it, but then I'll see that E Squared's tagged. We don't see it pop up on
our like normal notifications.
Yeah. So just in case, if you're posting anything on Instagram,
if you know us personally, you could also just text us.
Yeah, like just send like a picture and just say like, oh yeah, like here's my sticker, like on like one of our friends had on a water bottle.
Or like, hey, we're listening live, or hey, we're listening on YouTube, because this will be on YouTube too.
Yeah, so just in case, like if your account's private, you totally don't have to make it public.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, so just let us know, because like I said, I saw like most of the things that I've seen, like I've saw on like my personal one. So yeah, like I said, if it's private, then just text us.
Yeah, but that's the end of our show. We have to run.
Yeah.
We're getting really close to 4 o'clock here.
Yes. But thank you again for joining us. Thank you for joining us, and thank you again to Stephen Kramer Glickman.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you so much. I can't talk right now, but yeah, we have to go. But check us out on Instagram. You'll find our link tree there. That's where all of our social media is, at E_WMCX. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hope you all have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next Tuesday.